Hello and welcome to week 3 of your college skills course. So let's jump right into it. Your week 3 assignments are as follows. First up, you have your campus resources project. This is a lengthy project, so you'll need to start this today. Next, your campus engagement 1. This project is composed of 2 parts. You have the proof and the reflection. And as you can see here, it requires scheduling, so you'll also need to start this today. It can be difficult sometimes to get on people's agendas, so you'll need to go ahead and start finding that person today. And I'll talk about that more in just a moment. That's followed by continued discussions and working with your teammates. And then lastly, I will cover the pro tip and reminders section. Now, to get us into the right frame of mind, just want to give you the reminder, you are in a 6-week course that has the work of 14 weeks. And as you know, that means that we'll be condensing the work of 14 weeks into 6 weeks. So what does that mean? That means that there's much to complete in a short amount of time. But again, with dedication and commitment, you'll be able to meet these challenges. So let's have a point of celebration. You are at the halfway point. Once you complete this this week, you will be halfway through this course. So with that in mind, you want to complete the second half strong. All right. If you have not signed up for Remind, be sure that you sign up for Remind because I do send messages, frequently through Remind, and you're missing out on those communications. The instructions for signing up for Remind are in our Blackboard course. All right. So you access your week 3 work just like you access your week 1 and 2 work through the week 3 folder. All right. So again, I want to just emphasize before I go over this work that we are in the no procrastination zone. You want to get started on all these things right away. You want to check to ensure that you can complete the expectations. And if you need support, reach out right away to the tutoring center. All right. They can meet with you in person or online. Don't wait until the last minute, as they are less likely, to be able to support you to get you scheduled. So again, they can meet with you in person or online. Here's their information. Get my little pointer. You can call them at 864-646-1367 or email them at the tutoring center at tctc.edu. All right. So again, the assignments for week 3, campus resource project. This is lengthy. Started today. The campus engagement 1, which has 2 components, the proof and the reflection, and that requires scheduling. So you'll want to go ahead and jump on that today. So what is the campus resources project? So again, this is lengthy. It's a 4-part project, and just letting you know, you want to go ahead and start that today. So for this assignment, you will need to schedule an online or in-person interview for this assignment. Okay. So here, and I'll go over those 4 parts, of course, within our Blackboard classrooms. The directions are even more detailed, but I'm providing you an overview here. So firstly, you want to create a simple either website, digital brochure or booklet, or infographic about campus resources. We wanted to provide you with options because people have different strengths. So that's why you have the possibility of doing it as a simple website or a digital brochure or booklet or an infographic. Again, and this will be about available campus resources. Second component, you will complete an in-person or online interview with someone from a specific TCTC campus resource. The tutoring center would be a great option for you. TC Central, The individuals that are over in Ruby Hicks, I consider them to be triage because they can help you with anything, direct you to where you need to go at the college when you have questions. They are very much cross-trained and very informed. That's another excellent option. IT services, there's so much career and employment resources. All these are excellent options. So again, complete an in-person or online interview with someone from a specific TCTC campus resource. Now, in your simple website, digital brochure, or booklet, or infographic, you'll want to include quotes from the interview about that resource, and that will be in that part one. Now, complete a short reflection about the TCTC campus resources and being involved with the campus community. So those are the 4 parts. All right. So again, part 1, identify and research 5 campus resources available to students at Tri-County. So you will find the following information about each chosen campus resource: the name of the resource, the location, on the Pendleton campus or if it's on the satellite campus, director, manager of that resource, what resource, what does this resource do for students? Why should students know about this resource? Include quotes, information from your interview. Now, when you are doing this, you, of course, can look at the website and things like that to get the information. But if there's a question you're not sure of, like I'm not sure who the director or manager is for that resource, you can email or call them and ask them, hey, I'm doing my campus resources project. I just need to know this information about your resource at Tri-County. And they'll be happy to give that to you. So, you can, if you can't find it on the website, no issues, just go ahead and email or call them. Call is the quickest way. All right. So you're going to be creating a visually appealing and informative, either simple website again, or digital brochure or booklet infographic about the campus resources. And again, this is on information that you found on those 5 resources that you selected. All right, we already talked about this, making sure that you do that interview. You'll choose one of those campus resources that you identified and connect with someone who works in that area. I gave you some suggestions like the Tutoring Center, TCTC, the centers, and things like that, like SIR, the Career Employability Resource Center. Any of those, you can, go up to the on campus or online, because I know some of you may not be on campus. You can go to the library. You can any resources that we have. Don't feel like you have to just be tied to one area. You can choose any of those. And so to set up that appointment with them, you'll send an introductory email using appropriate email etiquette and CC me, include me on that ask. Where you're setting up the appointment to interview that person and talk to them about their job and the campus resource. Screenshot the email and include it with your submission. So, of course, you'll need to do this early on the week, as I said earlier. Get that set up, CC me, include me on that email, and then take a screenshot of that email, include it with your submission. All right. So next, for that interview, you will want to brainstorm a list of questions to ask the person. Make sure to be professional and polite. You'll need to ask questions that will enable you to complete that next section of the project. All right. Turn in your list of questions as part of the grade for this section. Again, include after your reflection. So you have the reflection that you'll complete, and then you'll just include those questions that you ask the individual. When the end of interview is over, send a thank you email and also copy me on that. And just as I mentioned before, screenshot or screen grab, whatever is your preference, the emails include with your submission. All right. So again, when you do the interview, there'll be quotes that stand out. Include those quotes and information from the interview in the appropriate section of part one, which is where you're more creative and you're creating either that website infographic, brochure, things like that, infographic. Include at least two quotes from that interview. And then you only need to do this again for one resource, the one that you interviewed. All right. I mentioned this earlier, again, reiterating, making sure that we're clear. So that reflection, the part four, is 300 to 400 words, and that needs to be MLA formatted. I have provided a template. Just use the template. Be sure that you save it in Word or PDF format and save that. You're going to be uploading now. I'll be talking about that a little bit more in a second. In that reflection, you'll discuss what you've learned about the campus resources and why it's important for students to be aware of and use resources available to them. Write about a scenario in which you have used a campus resource, and in that discussion, you discuss what it was like, what you gained from that experience, and why or why not, why wouldn't you use that campus resource again? All right, so as I mentioned, you're going to do your reflection, you're going to do your components, and you will insert all of your files, your attachments as one submission. So if it's 3 files, 4 files, you will upload all of those together. So you click upload files, and then you will insert all the files together. Remember, it needs to be PDF or Word, files, so that they will actually be I'll be able to open them. So I'm being clear about that, very clear. Don't type into the text box, and Apple formatted files, I'm not able to open those. So make sure you're putting those in the PDF or Word, okay? And then click submit. All right, moving forward. Just as mentioned, if I can't open a document, I can't grade it. Again, I know I'm saying it a few times, but this is to make sure you have it. Be sure to submit all files as Word or PDF documents. All right, so moving right along to campus engagement. 1, proof. So how do I submit proof that I attended something? If you attend in person on campus, have a facilitator sign the scorecard located in your playbook. Upload a picture of the proof. If you cannot locate the scorecard, no issues. You can use the Campus Groups app if this is a student engagement activity, and have them indicate that you attended. Then take a screenshot of the verification and upload it as evidence. Again, another option is to ask the individual to send you a follow-up email. This is, again, sticking with the evidence if you're trying to find ways to verify that you did attend something. Another option, again, is to ask the individual who is facilitating that event to send you a follow-up email stating that you met and when. Then take a screenshot of the verification and upload it as evidence. If you attend something virtually, take a screenshot and upload it as proof. Okay. All right. Either way, you will upload a picture of the proof. You can also email yourself a picture from your phone if you're trying to figure out, hey, I've taken a picture. How do I get it to where I can save it to my device and upload it? You can email yourself that picture you took from your phone. Uploading a picture of your proof is half of your campus engagement grade. There's a separate assignment link for the proof. All right, so again, you'll go through that process as normal, uploading the files and clicking submit. Again, if I can't open it, I can't grade it. Make sure that it is saved, appropriately so that I can open it. All right, campus engagement 1, reflection. So how do I write that reflection? You might be asking. You'll write that reflection answering the provided questions in MLA format. You can use those questions as headings. You can use it as a heading and then answer it. Remember that You need a minimum of 250 words. Do not count the questions as part of your word count because those words already existed prior. So again, 250 word minimum. Feel free to use those questions as headings. Be sure that it is an MLA format so you can get full credit. Okay, so you are provided guiding questions like 2 to 3 sentences, summary of the event, talk about how much you knew prior to the event and what your expectations were. Talk about how you can use what you learned from the event in the future, and so on. Discuss if the event changed your way of thinking in any way, and also give any other details of your opinion or of the event as a whole. All right. So again, you'll upload those files and click submit. You will not click here that create submission. You will click upload files and click submit. All right. So success teams. Go ahead and continue those discussions and working with your teammates and let me know about issues early on. Another thing, success teams have been updated. You should have received an email from me. Also, this is posted in the announcements about your new members. So go ahead and integrate those members into the team, add them to your group chat, and ensure that they're up to date with your discussions and plans. All right, so it's time for the pro tip section. As I mentioned before, this is a 6-week course that has to work for 14 weeks. To be successful, always look ahead and work ahead whenever possible. Now, with that in mind, what's going on next week? What's going on in week 4? Well, you have the SMART Goals PowerPoint, you have the SMART Goals worksheet, you have Journal 3, Where Are You Going? And you have the Career Exploration Project. So if you have time this week, it is very smart. It is prudent, especially with the amount of work that you have for this course because it is condensed. It's smart to look ahead, just as I mentioned to you during week 2 that it would be prudent to set up an interview because this week you would be doing those, campus engagement projects that require interviews. So just as I mentioned then, I'm mentioning now. So here are your final reminders. All week 3 work is due by 11:59 this Sunday. Don't wait till the last minute. Why? Because technology and the internet can be fickle and you need the time to complete these things. Start day 1 so you can spread out the work and you won't feel overwhelmed. You can do this. You can make it happen. And with that in mind, there's no time like the present to get started.